Good morning and welcome to Kramer's Corner. Here is Kim Kramer Larsen with a daily technical update on Thursday, the 8th of February. S&P 500 very close to touching the 5,000 level yesterday, as you can see here, just a few cents off, and I think we will see a test of a break of actually in the coming days. We talked about this possibly cup and handle formation here, and if the rule of thumb is that the difference between the peak of the cup and the bottom of the cup added to the breakout here, that is the potential upside. However, due to the nature that it is not that perfect, it's not that rounded as it should be, it could hurt the performance a little bit. So I would say 5,110, which is the 200% of this correction here, but also we have a 38.2 projection of the top to bottom at 5,033. So in that area, I think we could see short term a correction. However, as you can see here on the weekly, there's no divergence on the RSI, indicating we're likely to see higher levels on S&P 500. Same picture on the Nasdaq 100, really very close to the 18,000. I think it will touch it in a couple of days, very close to cancelling the divergence on the weekly RSI, so that could be interesting for the coming weeks. And on the daily, there is still some divergence, so a little bit of upside struggle, but again, the trend is your friend, so stay with that for now. EUROSTOXX 50. We have EUROSTOXX 50 also moving a little bit higher yesterday, the past couple of days. A little bit of setback yesterday, sideways today. We still have some RSI divergence, so struggling a little bit. But again, as long as we stay above 4,619, then we are fairly happy, and we could move a little bit higher in the coming days. As you can see here, we are in an uptrend also on the weekly chart with no divergence on the RSI. DAX is struggling to stay above 17,000 after closing above on the 6th. As long as we stay above 16,821, I'm not too worried, but if we do get a close below, we could see a bit of correction down to around 16,500. Amsterdam market spiking much higher today, primarily since ADN, a Dutch payment company, has reported surprisingly good earnings. So that's helped lifting the market, spiking higher. So the next couple of days could really be interesting to see if we have a top and reversal in place, or if we'll continue. We will keep an eye on that the next couple of days. We have the 3609 support still holding on here on the Belgium market. We are lifting a little bit higher, but we are still in this overall falling channel. 7,653 on the CAC 40 still is the key for further upside. And then, of course, we have the bearish engulfing here, as you can see, are highlighted top and reversal. So little bit of warning sign. We also have our RSI divergence, so there is some warning signs there that could be it. But let's see if we can get back above this resistance here. Then maybe we could cancel that. SMI still to the heavy side, potential down to 11,100, 11,057. Euro dollar that bounced off the 107.30, and I adjusted it a little bit, so it's actually 107.23.25, and also the 61.8 retracement, as you can see right here. Key support. We are in a negative sentiment with RSI being below 40. Some resistance around the 100 moving average here, just below 108. We could spike a little bit higher, but as you can see, we have the 55 coming down, 21 coming down, and also 200 tilting slightly over here. So I think this is merely a correction. If it is going to sellers are having another go at the 107.20.23. I believe they will break it, and then we're looking at 106.60, possibly down to 106 on euro dollar. Cable, I think we have seen the correction we should. and I think we will see a little bit to the weaker side in the coming days. Still key support 125 to look out for. Dollar yen testing once again this morning, 148.80 key resistance. That is the one to break, really. I mean, not just by just a few cents as we have seen this morning. We need a proper break above, and then there's some resistance in 149.75, and then we are in the 150s, and I think we will move up there in that region if we do break, get a proper break above. The RSI, a little bit of a divergence, really, but we are still in positive sentiment. So let's see if it can't break here in the next couple of days. The Euro-Yen pair has tested the 61.8 retracement of this little correction down here, but the key one at 161, that's the key level to break for further upside potential. Otherwise, we'll still be stuck in this range. Aussie yen expected still to be trading range bound here. Between 96 and 97.5. I don't see a breakout just yet on Aussie yen. Sterling yen trying to move higher towards the 189, just around here. That's where we have some really strong resistance. The RSI does tell us we could see it moving higher. Currently testing the 60 threshold again, but we are still in a positive sentiment, so we should see a move higher right there. Aussie dollar sliding back below the 65.20 after a little bit of correction, being rejected at the 100 moving average, and I think we'll see in coming days and weeks a move down to around 64. Finally, when we're talking FX pairs, dollar yen above the cloud, closed up there yesterday, testing a little bit, but we are in a positive sentiment, no divergence, and I think we'll see dollar Swiss move to 88.20. At least that's what's in the cards. It is not unlikely. I can't rule out that we will test a falling trend line from the other side. We do see that sometimes after breakout, but I don't think we'll see it this time after closing above the cloud. But it's just a warning that it could occur. Finally, the dollar index, I think we here in the next couple of days will have another go at the 104.27. That is a key resistance area. We did close above, but then sliding back below. So we are above the cloud. We are in a positive sentiment. There's no divergence, so we should see it moving high. Gold spot, not really doing much, hovering around the 2030, a little bit up, a little bit down. Again, 2000 and 2065 are the key levels to break, really, for any direction. Silver, still 21.90, could be tested. It's not unlikely, despite being bouncing a little bit. But as you can see, all moving averages, they are pointing lower. Copper, finding support here around 372, 373, below the cloud, but RSI a little bit indecisive, inconclusive. So we are still in the broader range, stuck between 370 and 395. So not really much to say there. On the oil market, WTI slightly moving higher above the 55 moving average, could move up to around 77, 77 and a half, but we have the 100 coming down, we have the 200 moving average coming down, so they will kind of put a lid on, so it could be boxed in here in this range between 72 and 77. Brent crude oil, more or less the same picture, really. The rising trend line hovering around that level, and we are in a positive sentiment with the RSI hasn't broken below 40. We could see a move up to around 82, 82 and a half, but we also have the moving average coming down, adding some resistance to it. On the yield side, we are just hovering around 4.10% on the US 10-year yields. A move below 4%, then we will see a downwards pressure towards 375, 370 level. 420 to the upside is the really key resistance. And if we look at the actual future, we can see the same 110.26 and 112.27 on the upside. All right, that's all for today. Thank you very much for listening. Talk to you again tomorrow. Have a nice day and happy trading.